Hello, and thank you for joining us. We have with us today 4 NSU alum, and we want to talk about Michael Vick coming to NSU. What exciting news for Norfolk State, HBCUs, and for the Hampton Roads community. So we have with us Tony Harrison, who is, as you can see from his background, with the Norfolk State Alumni Association, and he is the national president. We also have Earl Lee, who is a famed alum of Norfolk State and fundraiser extraordinaire. Um, Also, Sharon Johnson Clayton, who also holds that same title, fundraiser extraordinaire for NSU, and DeWayne Wilcher. All of them great fundraisers for Norfolk State and supporters of the university. And so we'll start with you, Tony, talking about what it means, what you believe it means to have Michael Vick come to Norfolk State as the head football coach.
All right. Well, first of all, good morning, everybody, and thank you, Angela, for the invite. I think the biggest thing with Michael Vick coming in is the amount of excitement that is drawn from the alumni and fans, not just North State alumni, but people in general. If you look at all the social media pages, it's just been on fire for the last 2 weeks, and so hopefully we can take that excitement and move that on to filling those football stands. Getting alumni engaged, increasing that engagement, because the more people in the stands, the more alumni engaged, makes the fundraising that our esteemed guests do, much easier. So we're looking forward to taking that excitement and filling the stands and making our jobs easier.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've heard from a lot of the alums since the announcement. And what has the general consensus been?
Oh, the general consensus for the alums is positive. Of course, everybody wants a winner. So once we, start winning some of those games, which we fully expect, you know, bringing attracting some of those high profile athletes that will obviously want to be affiliated with Michael Vick and Norfolk State University. So things are looking up. I know they've signed one player already, but with the transfer portal and things that are available now, you can see a lot of opportunity for some of those athletes who may have in the past left Norfolk State, maybe coming in the opposite direction, coming to Norfolk State, because the notoriety is going to be there, the attention's there. This is worldwide news. This is CBS. This is ESPN. Every media outlet are focusing on Norfolk State.
Right. Now, I heard there was a Sports Illustrated person that talked about Norfolk State on his social media, and he has over 11 million followers. So that's
Mhm.
huge for the university.
Oh yes.
Earl, what do you think?
Well, first of all, good morning, everybody. And again, Angela, thanks for the invite. And I agree with everything Tony said. The excitement is out there. I think it's positive for Norfolk State University. The Friends of Sparta, I think, is also great for the community at large. But if I was to piggyback on something Tony talked about, and that's that excitement that's being driven, I think we have to also balance that excitement with the level of expectation. Michael Vick coming on board as a coach. We all would like to win, but to be sincere and real about the entire thing, we may not win one, two, or three games the next year. But the thing that we can do as Spartans and fans of Sparta and friends of Sparta, one of the things we can do is ensure that we create the right football environment so that when he brings those high-profile recruits there, they will see that a nice football environment that's going to help recruit top talent. So that's one of the things I think that we ought to do, that we need to do. And then, as Tony talked about, also, if we can fill the stands and the alumni and the Friends of Sparta come out and sort of support, then that makes the fundraising piece a lot easier as well.
Right. And Norfolk State has always had a draw from the local community. So even people who haven't attended Norfolk State love to come to Norfolk State football games. So I think this would probably add to that enthusiasm about supporting Norfolk State. Now, Sharon, you've worked with the athletics before and done some fundraising. And you want to talk a little bit about that experience and how you think this is going to help with athletic fundraising?
Oh, it's just an exciting time to be a Spartan, to be alumni of Norfolk State University. As in the business community, what I'm thinking about is it's making our job in small business easier because now it's positive. You don't have to fight that battle. All the coach has to do is worry about X's and O's, because we in the community, we as the people who are going to be hired for promoting and all of those type of things, he just has to show up, whereas before you had to wear a lot of hats. And so as a one of my roles in the community is commissioner of revitalization for South Norfolk in Chesapeake. And that role, I think, of revitalization, and that's how I feel about Norfolk State, is revitalizing the whole university and putting us in a. We were ready. The campus is beautiful. We're ready for the big time, and so now all we got to do is turn on the lights. And the stadium is 30,000, one of the largest for HBCUs. We have everything. We have the shell. Now we can get boxes put in. We can use the money to get some other things, parking, and everything is looking positive. And in the business community, people will want to give because throwing good money after bad is never a good feeling, And even though I graduated from Norfolk State, you want to feel like you're getting something on your investment, your return. And now we feel that that's going to be happening. We have good leadership. I was on the board, like you said, Angela, of the Athletic Foundation. So I've experienced when there's low times. And right now, this is a high time for Norfolk State. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be one of the people who has always stood for Norfolk State. And now this is just, one of the exciting times for us.
Yeah, that is so true. Norfolk State is ready for this moment. Like you said, the leadership, the president there has been doing some amazing things, and we hope she's going to be there for a while. And so, DeWayne, you want to give your thoughts?
Yeah, first of all, good morning, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. And I can't say more than what they've said, echoing a lot of the same sentiments, the enthusiasm throughout the alumni and friends. It's amazing. Even, I'm in a company which is, I'm only one of about 4 people in the DMV area. And I hear so many notes from colleagues across the country and past colleagues I've worked with who live outside of the DMV, and they know Norfolk State because of me, but every time they see it now, they make sure they hit me with a text and say, I see you guys are on the move. So that's pretty exciting to hear that. We used to normally get a lot of that buzz during March Madness, but it's going to be great that we're going to equally have this with the football team and the things, the enthusiasm, the opportunities that Michael Vick provide for this opportunity. And it's a great opportunity, I think, as Sharon was saying, to galvanize some fundraising. I mean, this is the time to capitalize. You might have some fair weather people who want to donate. This is a great opportunity for them to donate. In terms of opportunities for football players and things of that nature to get, we may have missed some of these players that were local who wanted to go somewhere else, and just because of the cachet of his name, they're going to probably want to be a part of Norfolk State. So I'm pretty excited about that. And lastly, I think sometimes when you go to some of the games, we go through the at least mentality of just being in the game. And unlike you, Earl, I think we're going to do something. I'm really hopeful that, not just hopeful, but I think we're going to make a statement this year.
I believe so. Now, and we all are supporters of HBCUs in general. I actually attended North Carolina A&T, And I have my,
Nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this right now. But go ahead.
I have my Norfolk State pin on. But what some of you may not know is that I attended Virginia Tech as well. So Michael Vick's name is, it means a lot to people in the area, people who did attend Virginia Tech. And now Norfolk State is going to become part of the family too. So of Michael Vick fans. Tony, do you have anything additional that you wanted to say about fundraising efforts? And there have been some other, of course, Michael Vick said as soon as he signed the contract, the first person he reached out to was Deion Sanders. And we know that Deion Sanders was at Jackson State. He did a lot at university as far as putting them on the map. And do you think it will have that same effect?
Well, all that remains to be seen. Like we have to do our job as alumni to support the coach in all ways possible. Two things jumped out. I know Sharon mentioned, as far as this, we have the capacity. It's the third largest stadium, and that's not including Tennessee State, who plays at the Tennessee Titans stadium. So we'll throw that one out. So that would make us number two. So we got the capacity, and this is a great time as now the university is going through a major fundraising campaign trying to raise $90 million under the Now Is Our Time. So that all fits into that that mode of, hey, we know that today is the 29th, we all get our donations into the school before the 31st. So, there's an opportunity now you can donate directly to not just athletics, but you can, donate directly to football if that's your choice. But in the long run, the main thing is how is it going to benefit the students? We do a lot of college fairs and we see the excitement. So, now I'm sure you're going to get those students say, oh, Norfolk State, even the ones who may have never heard of Norfolk State, they'll say, oh, that's when Michael Vick is the coach. And some of these athletes, as we've already talked about, will be inclined to, give Norfolk State a much harder look when they, make these life-changing decisions on where they want to go and play football. So I think, again, we all do this, in support of the university initiatives, number one being the students and their success. So looking for good things.
Yeah, so Sharon talked about the effect for small businesses. Earl, you are also a small business owner, Janae's Cleaners. What do you think about that effect?
Well, I believe that it's real. Okay, I think it will give small business an opportunity to get involved. One of the things I also do for Norfolk State is I reside on the Norfolk State University Foundation Board, and I chair the development committee for that particular board. Every year, this will be the fourth year, we've having our annual NSU 5K race. And one of the things that we do as we market that is we try to target small businesses, because I think a lot of times as we're looking at donations and gifts, we have a tendency to try to cultivate the major corporations and we forget about small business. So as we put together sponsorships and things of that nature, we target small businesses because I believe there's an opportunity for us to do more with them, okay? And I think sometimes small business becomes a forgotten child. So that's a big focus as well. And I'm hoping as we begin to grow the 5K each year, we've been successful to do about $55,000 or $60,000 raised each year, and it has gone towards a student initiative. We've actually given money to athletics for scholarships. We've actually been able to help the volleyball team to go to Costa Rica this past year. So we're doing good things with the money that's coming out of the 5K race. I'm hoping that having Mike Vick there and having Mike Vick maybe attend the 5K might help increase those numbers, and we'll continue to grow maybe that $55,000 to $100,000, and we'll be able to help Michael Vick do some of the things that he wants to do. But again, I think small business has to be our focus as we continue to move forward.
Right, and we talked about that you all are great fundraisers for the university. And DeWayne, can you talk about how this might change your fundraising strategy?
Well, I think it touches some of the things that I've done already on my own, but just listening to Earl, I think about the quote, many hands make great work, less work. You think about that with those small businesses chipping in, it makes them feel wanted. I mean, I think we make them feel wanted. You know, they may not think that they're a big player, but just a small player, and we get a number of those, it's going to be a great opportunity to continue to make strides within the community and provide partnerships, provide relationships that we may or may not have had in the past. With respect to the opportunities around fundraising strategies, you know, my wife and I just did a fundraising strategy this past summer during her birthday, where we launched an endowment and another foray for her. But it's an opportunity to hopefully get some of our other friends that never thought about an endowment, maybe to start an endowment, maybe having a birthday party. And, you know, most of us have been very fortunate over the years. We're very blessed with the amount of accomplishments we have. We really don't need another gift card to the Olive Garden. You know, maybe we have our friends and family, instead of donating to us a gift card, donate to Norfolk State. And it's a great opportunity for them. And I'll tell you, I did it about 7 years ago. And a number of my friends who are not alum, they still get cards from Norfolk State saying, hey, we'd like you to consider donations. So it keeps giving and giving. And I have several of those folks that continue to give to Norfolk State in spite of not being alums. So it's a great opportunity.
Mhm.
Well, Michael Vick must think a lot of Norfolk State because he is taking a huge leap, and he's leaving his sports job as a commentator, and I believe there was word that he may go to another university in California. So like I said, Norfolk State has already been doing some of the right things to even attract a Michael Vick, right? And he's going to be coming home. That's great. So all of Hampton Roads will be able to benefit from this, not just Norfolk State, not just the city of Norfolk, but all the other cities in Hampton Roads. Any final thoughts?
For me,
Yeah.
I got two things. Not to toot my own horn, but to piggyback off of Earl, I started the 5K run walk many years ago, and now fast forward to where Earl has taken on the mantle and doing a fabulous job of moving it forward. And that's what I mean when I say it takes everybody in the community to help out. The other thing is I know at his craft house, I've always been an advocate where I'm always telling the customers or whoever had a complaint, donate, because whenever you say that, that stops all of the negativity. The Black community never left Mike, and this is proof that he never left us. So he was in our prayers. He's redeemed himself to a higher standard. He's definitely a role model. And I'm excited for him and his family because the United States is built on second chances. And who better to get a second chance to someone like Michael Vick, and to get it here at Norfolk State University. I can't say enough about this opportunity for everybody involved. So that's my take on it. And behold, the green and gold.
So Earl, any final thoughts?
Well, yes. Final thoughts is one. If I want Michael Vick to realize that I think I speak for many Spartans when I say that he's going to have our support. Okay, it's going to be there. Like most Spartans, yes, I would love a 9 or 10 win season, but if it does not happen, he's going to still have my support, and I'm going to help him build that football environment that he can bring those top athletes in and see what it's like to play for Sparta. So I'm excited about it, and I just hope the enthusiasm turns into attendance at the game. That's what we're looking for.
DeWayne?
Sure, I'm really excited on a lot of levels. Again, we definitely want the support from the community. We want to have a great winning football team, but all those other opportunities that come with this. I think about things such as college fairs, where we're able to talk about this, get some additional students consider Norfolk State that may not have considered Norfolk State in the past. And again, in terms of the fundraising opportunities, inspiring others to maybe be first-time donors, maybe to be greater donors, which we hope. And as I shared with you in the past, I believe everyone who's a graduate of Norfolk State should be able to, within their lifetime, which is essentially basically at least 20-year time frame, should be able to donate $18,000 to Norfolk State. So I think that's easily doable. And if they don't know how to do it, ask me, I'll tell them how.
All right. And Tony?
Okay, again, thanks everybody on the panel today, and you, Angela, for hosting. I'll just say, my message would be for everybody to get ready. Those season tickets and tickets go on sale on July the 1st. And, we need to have a homecoming every Saturday that Norfolk State plays at home. I got 2 cousins that play football for Hampton. I've already been on their case. I know we play them on October the 4th. So, really, everybody get behind it. Let the coach coach, and let's do what we need to do is show up at the games, buy tickets, and encourage our friends and family and community, support their endeavors. Let the coach, and we'll be there on the sidelines, in the stands, or down in the cabanas and whatever else they got planned for us coming up. Because, we were joking before the call about how the Commanders made that big turnaround. So we're expecting 12 wins. I know we don't play that many games, but anyway.
But even since the Norfolk State announcement with Michael Vick, did you hear where Delaware State made an announcement?
Deshaun Jackson.
Right. So hopefully this will snowball into more NFL players coming to coach at HBCUs and more HBCUs getting that notoriety, because they definitely need that and deserve it. And thanks so much, you all, for joining us. And I look forward to seeing you all at a game.
Go ahead and say it, Angela, with the B word, B-E-H. Go ahead and say it.
Behold,
The
green
Green
go.
go.
Aggie
It
Pride.
didn't hurt, Angela. It didn't hurt, Angela. See that? It didn't hurt.